The lights are off and away they go.
Extremely loose. He's managed to hold on and he missed the complete. He's crazy.
Side Freitas is on the grass on the infield for 4. He slides through. He tags Richard Eck.
I'm leaving Las Vegas. Lights so bright, palm sweat, blackjack on a Saturday night. Leaving Las Vegas. But hang on a minute, Sheryl Crow. Don't give up on Sin City just yet. Because on this particular Saturday night, the Lawrence Towing Outlaw Modified Series has come your way to the Bullring for the Outlaw 100. And all the SK Modified action can be seen live as it happens here on the Global Sim Racing Channel. From the city built on sand and broken dreams, Souk and Crackers together again for another GSRC broadcast. Filling in for Chris Sculla, I'm Bill Soupson. Next to me in his usual chair is Sean Crackers Ambrose. Turning the knobs and pushing the sliders is the hardest working man in sim racing broadcasting, Joe Peak, armed with camera locations provided by the Ansel Adams of iRacing, Dougie Beard. This quarter-hour Streamy Award-worthy pre-race show will count us down to the green flag for round 5 of 11 on the 2017 spring schedule. So with cyberspace connected to your place, sit back and enjoy the 100 laps of simulated short track excitement that will be streaming your way. Sean, GSRC has come to Las Vegas countless times before, but always to the familiar 1.5 mile oval. And just as craps and Yahtzee may be both dice games, but still very different, such is the case for the 2 Clark County auto racing tracks, the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and our venue tonight, the Bullring.
Soup, Frank said it best. This town is a make-you town, or a break-you town, and a bring-you down town. Welcome to Las Vegas and the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's racing's answer to truth in advertising, Soup. The Bullring's relatively long straights and tight turns make it for great wheel-to-wheel racing and plenty of rubbing. let me give you a little information about this track since it is new to the iRacing service. The latest asphalt track on the surface. It's 3/8 miles. Now the banking in both ends of the track is 10 degrees. Now, the important thing to know here is that the width of the turns is 65 feet. It narrows down on the front and back stretches to 45 feet. So a little bit of banking on the front and back stretch, about 4 to 6 degrees. This track's going to be wicked fun. Let's burn down one quick lap around the Bullring.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Global Sim Racing Channel. I'm Brian Yazek, taking you for a sprint around the Bullring at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway in the GSRC SK mod. So here we go. Off of turn 4, bring it right out to the fence, down into the turn 1 area. You can kind of get on those rumble strips if you need to. It doesn't seem to upset this SK mod all that much. It's a very unique oval. It feels like it never ends, but it has such tight corners and the radius in the middle of the corners. There we go again, out of turn 4, and this is going to complete our track guide here. I'm Brian Yazek. Enjoy the show.
And there's a recorded lap around the ring. And I'm not talking Nürburgring, I'm talking the Bull version. But Crackers, let's go ahead and talk about the driver who won last time out at Martinsville.
Soup, Shepard tried, Philip Temples denied at the end. What a finish. Shepard really worked on him there the last few laps of the race, but a caution at the very end with 2 laps to go would end that thing, and Phil Temples would get his big victory. But Sue, real quickly, we've got a driver stepping in for an interview. John Holcomb on the scene. John Holcomb, driver of the number 69 SK Modified for Lawrence Towing, the official sponsor of the Bootleg Racing League SK Modifieds. How you doing tonight, John?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Sean?
Excellent. Hey, this Bullring's a lot of fun, buddy. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, it is. To be honest with you, this is my first outing at it, the racing this evening, but it's a pretty nice track. It seems like it would have a second groove, but we sure haven't been able to find that yet.
So where is that groove? Right down around the bottom, or are you apexing late and then getting it into the turn?
It's entry down around the bottom, trying to keep it there and then fade out coming out of the turn. Depends on which vehicle, too, of course, because the truck wanted to push pretty bad.
Yeah, well, the truck was a little pushy. Now, I noticed during a street stock race, you didn't have any cautions. You had a couple during the truck race. What do you think about the chances of going green all night here in the Modified?
I think we got a good shot at it. You know, it's a great group of racers, and everybody's loving this track, but we're still kind of getting used to it, I got to admit.
Well, John, I know you just got a few minutes left. I'm sure every lap counts. We're going to let you get back in that Modified and get a few more laps in here before we get started, buddy. Thanks a lot for coming on in.
All right, thanks, guys, and we'll try to put on a great show for you.
We know you will. That is John Holcomb, driver, the number 69 SK Modified. Lawrence Towing is his sponsor. Soup, let's talk about the standings. Let's see where we're at here. Now just halfway through this season, and at the top you're going to see J.R. Shepard now 53 points in his column there. That tie with him and Matt Hoos, well, that's been decided after last week. Hoos now goes down into second place, just 4 points behind Matt LaVenture, right there with him in third place, 5 points behind. Now the battle knotted up, 4th, 5th, and 6th, all tied. You don't see Philip Temples on the screen, but he is tied with Donnie Moore and Lowell Jewell. It's anybody's race, and quite frankly, Matt LaVenture with a little bit of bad luck. You know what? He's got to watch his back. So does Matt Hoos. J.R. Shepard, you know what? Nothing's safe up there for him. We're only halfway into this season. Still a lot of great racing to get done here, Sid.
Sure, and let's go ahead and take a look at the race details right now.
All right, buddy. Well, here are your race details. This is the SK Modified, the iRacing SK Modified. About 650 horsepower, Soup. It is a beast, and it's wicked fast around this track. About 14 seconds to get around this 3/8 mile oval. It is a fixed setup, the iRacing fixed setup, and today's grid will be inverted from the finish of last race's week. The top 10 will invert. One of the great things they do here in the Bootleg Racing League, it's 100 laps tonight. That will total 38 miles. You'll get one fast repair if you need it. If you have to come in the pit, though, you can't change any tires. You will be penalized in the event if you have to if you change those tires. So everybody, uncheck that box. Incident cap, there isn't any, but there is a review team, and any incidents will be taken care of. So, in fact, tonight Jacob Williams will be sitting a one-race suspension from last week, a little over-aggressive driving. But the restart side will be double file. It's the iRacing dynamic weather. It's actually partly cloudy under nighttime conditions. 66 degrees outside, 66 degrees on track soon.
That's too bad about Jacob Williams' suspension. I'm sure he was looking forward to coming to the Bullring here. This is GSRC's first visit to the Bullring. And of course, John Holcomb was able to talk to us about what it was like here. And that interview with John Holcomb was brought to you by Lawrence Towing. They service Indianapolis and the surrounding areas. Contact them at 317-972-9651. And if you find yourself in need of a tow, Lawrence Towing is the way to go. All right, we got that out of the way. We have about, it's just a few more minutes here before we're going to go racing here, Sean. You know, last time at Martinsville, we talked about J.R. Shepard. We're looking at practice times right now. Once again, he's second fastest, but of course he's going to be starting farther back, but a little smaller field here today than we're used to.
Yeah, not really sure why either. I thought everybody would be chomping at the bit to get here
They're
to
cheap.
the Bullring.
They're cheap.
I guess everybody couldn't afford the trip out here. I don't know. Soup, I had a pretty good day in the casino. There was money to be made in this town.
Absolutely. We're looking at 13 drivers. Brian Barton. Now, Sean, that's a name I'm not familiar with. Has he been around, or is that a new name for you as well?
Well, no, I think Brian's had one or two races, but he is one of the newcomers here. The New York driver, certainly familiar with modified racing, being from the Northeast, and he was in the field last week. Right now, can't remember how he finished, but yeah, Brian, one of the new guys on the block, and well, we look forward to maybe seeing him up around the front there somewhere this evening. We'll see what he's got for this very, very tough group of drivers, Soup. Some of the best out here right now. LaVenture, though, with the fast lap, nobody seems to be able to catch. It's a 13.970.
Yeah, now these practice times are important because there is no qualifying for these races, as they're inverse grid from the very last race. So we really can't use qualifying to tell who's really fast today, but these practice times do matter. Sean mentioned LaVenture out there. J.R. Shepard, no surprise, second on the time. Matt Shanowski, John Holcomb, our pre-race interview, putting in 14.1s as well. Philip Temple's last week's winner, up there again with another 14.1. Look at that, Sean. There's four drivers from third to sixth. They're all with 14, somewhere in 14.1. These are, yeah, it's only 14 seconds around this place, but the lap times are pretty darn close.
Yeah, they really are. And you know what? Surprisingly, I found grip in this track down around the bottom, and it was really able to turn the car. The set that they've got, the iRacing setup that they've got for this track for the SK Modified, a really good one. And I think that's why you're seeing a couple guys in the 13s and now down in the low 14s. This is going to be well, don't blink, folks. This could be a quick race.
You know, some of these short ovals, you know, they wear out rubber like Catwoman. How's the tire wear here? Do you have to save on your stuff?
A little bit of a cheese grater, Soup. They're going to have to take care of it. Now, the Modified has, a horsepower equivalent to the truck that just came off the track. And those trucks got pretty loose towards the end of the race. Even the street stock earlier this evening, both races won by J.R. Shepard. I really think the Modified is, I think it's going to be a little tricky on the end of this run. If you're going to make that move on the outside, you better be able to hang on to it.
Yeah, and one of the things we've noticed, you're not going to see drivers running away with this because it really serves no purpose. If you are the fastest car, let's say you get the lead, there's really no reason to use up your stuff and build up a 4 or 5 second lead because the yellow flag gets them all back. And Sean, we have yellow flags here, but one of the interesting things about the Bootleg Rig is they are the fun kind. They are the double file, the yellow flags.
Oh, yeah, and we see it week in, week out. Those restarts are really everything to the field. There have been some great battles for the lead, and positions change just based on those restarts. And the man on point has a big responsibility to the rest of the field or to himself to seek advantage based on how he gets them all started. these modifieds, it doesn't take much for them to stack up like an accordion, buddy. And well, if you're the man on point, you can certainly you can help that effort by slowing them down a bit and then getting on it, trying to catch them sleeping. We'll see tonight. I don't know. I like how that street stock race went with no caution flag. We may be in for a doozy tonight, Sue.
And if you're running in a position on the track that can be evenly divided by 2, if you're running on 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, or 12, you know that those restarts are going to put you on the outside. Always advantageous to try to be running on an odd restart position or odd position on the track because you get that preferred inside line. Sean, is the inside line here at the Bullring, is that, do you think, the preferred place to be?
Yeah, I'm going to go with John on that. John Holcomb, who we talked to a few minutes ago. Yes, that's going to be the preferred line. That's where they're going to be fighting down there. Soup, you can really get the car down on the apron quite a bit. Down on top of those what look to be drainage grates there in the corners. That is a viable option for you, and the car will turn down there.
Look at a few of the drivers out there looking to see if Ernie Brown's in the pits. Always fun to watch him. There we're looking at, I can't make out the car number on that one that our director has right there. There you go, that's Donnie Moore. Donnie Moore, former champion. He is actually, Sean, he must be sandbagging. He is our slowest qualifier right now. I guess he knows it doesn't mean anything. He says, lying in the weeds.
Lying in the weeds, definitely. You know, our director pointed out that he thinks those are actually rumble strips. I traveled over them when I was practicing, and I quite honestly, they didn't get the car out of shape. So if they're rumble strips, they're kind of a weak effort at it, to be honest with you, Sue.
Maybe it's more of a mumble swift than a rumble swift. Huh? Okay, just a few more minutes of practice left, which is good news for all you viewers, as Sean and I will not have to fill anymore. 13 drivers looks like they're showing up here today. Our fastest one, we talked about it in practice, Matt LaVenture. Slowest one, our newcomer, Brian Barden back there.
Sue, you know what? With only 13 cars, the battle for 10th place really going to be a good fight tonight, to be honest with you.
And we're much more likely to have longer green flag runs. So often the incidents happen from guys who are back there not happy in 16th or 17th trying to make their way through the field.
Yeah, you want to be in that top 10 week in, week out. If you can't be in the middle, you may want to be at the end of that, somewhere close to 10th place, because that will put you on the pole. But Soup, it's time to get our grid in.
Well, let's go ahead and look at it right now as our starting grid comes up. It's already predetermined, so we have to wait for the grid to come up, and there we go. Look at this. On the pole. Now, he was your 10th fastest in warm-up. We talked about him. He is Ernest Brown, out just inside of Jeff Sharp in row number 1.
All right, row 2 is going to be the boss. Lowell Jewell starts third tonight. Matt Shanoski getting in tonight in 4th.
The man with the fastest practice time, Matt LaVenture, inside of row 3. J.R. Shepard outside of him.
Oh, that should be fun. Row 4 going to be last week's winner. Philip Temple starts 7th. Donnie Moore in 8th.
Then row 5 made up of Brian Barden and Tim Shanelski.
Okay, row 6, John Holcomb, Chip Dicker, and 13th place going to go to David Loomis tonight. That is your field 13 SK Modifieds, the Lawrence Towing SK Modified Series, about to go live, Sue.
It's good to be here for the first time. Always fun to come to Las Vegas. Sean and I have our plane tickets. We're leaving tonight. So far, we still have money in our pocket, but there are slot machines in the airport, so nothing is certain.
Boy, I can hear Foreigner just blaring in my head right now, Sue. It does feel like the first time, baby.
Pace car working the round. They complete the first lap. They're going to go around the second time. Now, it's interesting. Here, you can notice where pit entrance is back going into turn 3. It's on the back stretch. And then pit exit is out of turn number 2. Of course, if you're coming into the pit, you're probably just coming in for a fast repair. They have enough fuel, and there goes the pace car peeling away. And that puts the power into the hands of Ernie Brown in that number 8 machine as he works his way around corner number 4. Ernie getting a late start. Oh, he checks them up. They get it going. Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug. Makes you waller, holler, hidey-ho. It's going to be 3 wide. Ernie able to hang on to the lead. Boy, Sean, did he woe him up getting going.
Talked about that in the pre-race and how important it is. He sure did. Ernie is on point, though. Lowell Jewell got second place, locked down right. Oh, Lowell almost makes contact with Ernie there. Philip Temples, here he comes. I'm sorry, not Matt LaVenture, really making tracks here pretty quick.
It was the 49 car of Jeff Sharp who thought he had it timed. He got a jump on Ernie Brown, but then it didn't work out for him. And what happened now? The 49 is stuck on the high side as he continues to drop, parling farther and farther down the field. You gotta love the Bullring. So far, got some good clean racing going on right now.
John Holcomb making a move on Jeff Sharp down in turn 4. Holcomb going to take the position across the line.
Meanwhile, Ernie Brown continues to hang on to the lead. He is being challenged. Look at this. Oh, here comes LaVenture. He's got to move on the inside. But not going to be able to do it. I think he's just doing a little reconnaissance racing there. Racing in that number 18 machine, trying to see if he can find a way around.
That's
now
Matt LaVenture.
Gonna try it up top. There goes LaVenture. Let's see if he can. Oh, Ernie gets loose. He saves it.
He does. That's Ernie Brown. Too weird to live, too rare to die.
That's bad news for everybody else, because if he would have gotten out of the way, these guys could have got around him. But right now, stuck behind Brown is the 19th car of Philip Temples, trying to look around now. Getting in there as well on the inside. That's the 98. That's the blue car of J.R. Shepard, stuck on the top side. And the number 5, that's Lowell Jewell. And boy, he was up there battling with Brown a minute ago.
Oh,
and now he is stuck out.
Matt Shanowski's around. Shanowski's around in 2, Soup.
Looks like Donnie Moore might have gave him a little encouragement there.
Soup, it looks like Matt kind of came back down the track just a little bit back into the line. He was trying to turn that car, and Donnie there gets a lot of the apron, kind of drifts up a little bit, and those two get together. Matt goes around, but Soup, let's take a quick break. We'll come right back here in just a moment.
Some Racing Channel back with you from the Bullring in Las Vegas. Round 5 of 11 on the 2017 Bootleg Racing League. Lawrence Towing Outlaw Modified Series. We go back to green. Matt LaVenture out in front. Look at Philip Temple's got the best of Brown. Brown is really checked up now. Here comes, that looks like that was Lowell Jewell trying to make a move on the outside. J.R. Shepard moves up to 3rd. Jewell again gets checked up. It's not any break today, and Jewell continues to be fast to go the wrong direction.
Well, LaVenture really stacked him up on the restart. Philip Temples made a break to get that second spot from J.R. Shepherd, and those two are really battling. It's about allowed LaVenture, wow, easy for me to say, to get about a half a second up on him. But Philip Temple's back there really digging, playing good defense here against J.R. Shepherd.
Try as he might, Ernie Brown falls back to fourth position. LaVenture, Temple's running in second. And there he is again, J.R. Shepherd.
Oh, Ernie Brown's around out of turn 4. Oh, boy, poor Ernie, just a self-spin here. Soup, you'll see it on the replay. Car just starts to get loose, probably back to the throttle a little bit too soon, getting off.
Right in front of our pre-race interview, John Holcomb, do a good job. Move John Holcomb up to course. You see him back there in that black and blue machine.
I think Ernie decided to tow that car in, too. But, Soup, I think we're going to take another quick break and be right back with you here on GSRC.
Welcome back to Global Sim Racing Channel's coverage of the Bootleg Racing League Outlaw Modified Series, round number 5 of 11 here from Las Vegas. We apologize for all the breaks. What's really going on is GSRC pays the commentators by the word, and we're at the end of the month, and apparently the company is over budget, so we've gone to break now to make sure we don't get paid overtime words.
I think I only have 60 words left in my lexicon, so... All right, Soup, this has been a great start to this race. This track is really fast, man. I mean, Matt LaVenture sits right now with the fastest lap of the race with a 14.218. He really stacked him up on that last restart. As the pace car peels off, what's he going to do this time, Soup?
They work around corner number 3. Keep an eye on the 18 now, trying to get a little bit of run. That's your winner from Martinsville. That's the 19 car of Philip Temples. Now they go. Everybody seemed to get on the throttle at the very same time. Temples can't get in. He gets tapped by Shepherd. Shepherd turns him. Sean, did anybody else get caught up in that?
Oh, I think just about everybody gets around. Yeah, Shinosky spins, but he does not clip the wall. Nobody else gets wrapped up in that, but just a small tip there from JR gets Phillip around. Now Temple's got to get back to work here to try and get back up to the front of this field, Sue.
Well, Cheryl Crow sings about leaving Las Vegas. Right now, the guy leaving second place is Philip Temples. With a little help from J.R. Shepherd, Temples goes back to 11th. Good
tell you what,
Sean, he's only one spot away from the Hamilton spot there to get on the pole next time.
I was going to say about Philip Temples, it seems like ever since he changed the paint scheme on that car, he's been better. He's been faster. This has been a good season for Phil. He's back there locked up for that fourth spot in that close battle. This has been a great season for him. I think he'll find his way back up here into the mix. I don't think he's focused on 10th place right now.
Well, we talked about the odd-even scenario, and J.R. Shepherd, be careful what you wish for. Yes, you were running in third, and you managed to get yourself up to second position, but that only means that you're going to be starting on the outside now, with a man back there salivating in third position is John Holcomb. John back there, that beautiful number 69 machine, Lawrence towing car.
Yeah, John up 8 spots, and I think he's got a feel for this track. He certainly, I don't know that he was exuding confidence when we spoke to him. He sounded like a driver who's really still trying to get a handle on this place, but so far so good for John. Can he keep it up there? Can we make a run at Matt? when we get restarted, we're going to see, I think J.R. Shepard going to be a big player in that. John's going to have to work hard to keep him from, you want to keep the door closed on J.R. Shepard. You do not want him slipping down in there. You're going to try and keep him hanging out there on the top line as long as you can. We're just over 25 laps here, lap 27, 28 right now, Soup, and they're going side by side. There's not a lot of rubber on this track, so it's still got work to do, and I don't know if the top side's going to move yet.
All right, the pace car pulls in. Car number 18, Matt LaVenture, leading them around. They're going to be working lap 29. Great jump from LaVenture. Shepard has room to tuck in.
Yep. Not what Holcomb wanted there.
Holcomb's in there. Now look at this battle back and forth. This is the number 5 car. Jewel on the inside. Donnie Moore on the outside. And that's not going to work. Moore now trying to get down inside. If he can get inside of Jeff Sharp, and he does.
Almost contact there between Donnie and Lowell, and Lowell lucky to get by there, but Lowell in 4th. John Holcomb still trying to recover from that start and letting J.R. Shepard slip in there. Not able to do it. He's losing ground quick because J.R. Shepard and Matt LaVenture, they seek a battle between each other here.
Not able to get away. And we can report, you saw the camera was on the number 91 there, machine, for a little while. That's David Loomis. He's falling back a bit as the 00 Matt Shanowski gets inside of him.
JR, a little bit different line than Matt right now, as you see on the screen there when we were riding on board with JR. JR maybe looking for a faster line, hasn't found it yet, but Soup, that could change here.
Sean, I've done enough of these I should know by now the Shanowski brothers. Do we know who's the older brother of the two?
Oh, I think it's Tim.
All right, let's go with Tim.
Oh, speaking of Shanowski, Matt almost door slams the 16 there. Brian Barden gets out of the throttle and saves it. Brian does a good job of hanging onto the car. Oh, and just as I say that, Barden taking down the wall just a bit there. Getting 2 wheels up off the ground. Car looks okay, though. I think he recovered okay from that. We could probably classify that as a commentator's curse. Soup, look at this battle here. Philip Temples taking a threat from the outside.
Temples trying to get back up after he had his incident now.
I thought Chip Dickard had something working up there on the top, but he loses 2 spots. Has to settle in back behind Matt Shanowski. Tim gets by.
Now remember, Philip Temples started in, 11th position after he had that spin where he got relegated back there from 2nd position. So he is up 4 spots, still plenty of time.
Yeah, he's digging, baby.
Let's go up to 5th spot now. We're looking at 4th, I guess. Lowell Jewell in a battle with Donnie Moore. Moore trying to find a way around.
Yeah, Lowell keeping it pretty solid here. Donnie not able to catch him yet. Not able to set him up. Got to get close to set him up for a move, and Donnie hasn't done it yet.
This is close to your best battle on the track. The leaders are within striking distance. They're just kind of putting them in right now. Wait until the very end as they work lap number 42.
On board with Joel here, and that last lap he got a little out of shape. Donnie closed up a little bit. Donnie making a run down on the bottom of the inside.
He's got a nose in there, and he gets it done. Now this means Joel is going to be stuck on the top side trying to get in there. It's Jeff Sharp. Not going to happen. So Joel loses that spot, back to 5th. Now we'll see if Donnie can get up to John Holcomb, who's running all by himself in 3rd. About 2.5 seconds ahead of Moore right now. There we look at Donnie. So he begins to pull away from the guys chasing him. Maybe check in on our leaders. We haven't seen much of them right now. They're just out for a nice Saturday night drive. Matt LaVenture, J.R. Shepard.
They are Soup, and they're trading lap times right now. Matt, that last lap, fastest fastest lap, and JR this time fastest lap. So they keep just trading back and forth here, but it's still 1-2 Matt LaVenture, JR Shepard.
No matter what they do to these drivers with the inverse start, Sean, it always seems, even though passing is so difficult here in the Bootleg Racing League, nevertheless, it seems like the cream always gets there near the end, and here they are again, Shepard and LaVenture going at it.
Yeah, and you know what, Soup? We got another battle getting ready to go on here. Philip Temples has caught Lowell Jewell. He's got his hunting vest on, buddy, and tracking Lowell now.
Lowell Jewell is the prey, and the man in the orange vest, that's Philip Temples. Jewell doing his best to hit his marks. Gets to the inside, but boy, he drifts up a little bit, leaving a little room. Little better through 1 and 2. Let's see Sean on 3 and 4 if that 5 car can get down.
Now, Lowell's not doing a real good job of holding it down there, and Phil's getting ready to take advantage of that.
And not a real good drive.
Yeah. Brian Barden goes around by himself down on the turn 3 and 4, that end of the track, noses it into the wall. Doesn't have any damage to the car, but does spit it out there by himself. You saw that on the replay.
Philip Temples has to be saying, gosh darn it, I had the pass on you, Lowell, and the yellow flag came out. He had him set up.
And it looked like maybe Barden might have gotten a little bit too much brake there, Sue, because you are using the brakes quite a bit here. Look at this here, on board with him. You're going to see him go down to the turn, and then the back end just kind of starts to step out. Looks to me like maybe a little bit too much brake down there on the bottom of the track might have caused that car to come around, but again, doesn't suffer any real damage from it. Brian's going to be okay.
And that's probably good news for John Holcomb, who wasn't able to keep up with the 2 leaders, LaVenture and Shepard, who were, I think LaVenture was going fast enough to stay in front of Shepard, but slow enough not to use up his tires. Holcomb back there just taking his time, might have a little bit more left in the car when it comes down to really business time.
You know, and one of the losers on that, honestly, was probably Philip Temples. He's going to restart in 6th, Suit. He was real close to taking that position away from Lowell Jewell. That would have started him on the inside. Now he's got to do some work there up top.
Yep, and he has a very hungry Jeff Sharp behind him. Sharp pretty effective back there in that 49 machine today. Running in 7th. Let's take a look and see who's running in the Hamilton spot right now. Hey, Chip Dickard back there in 10th.
And David Loomis will be contesting that spot. It does look like Brian Barden's decided to bring the car down the pit lane and get some repair. I did notice on the chrome horn there up front, bent up just a bit. He's going to take that fast repair. No tires. He's off and away. He took his mulligan. No mulligans for Matt LaVenture, though, man. He's been pretty fast. I'm telling you, these times just blow me away. This 3/8 track is really shaping up to be one of the fastest tracks on the surface, on the iRacing service. When you think about the distance of the track, that is just a really, really fast time.
Pace car pulls in just before turn 3. That means the 18 car of Matt LaVenture is in control through 3. Around 4, when is he going on the gas? Trying to time it is JR Shepard. Good jump from LaVenture. Good news is for Shepard, he's going to be able to drop that 98 machine down there into 2nd, just in front of Holcomb. Donnie Moore in 4th. Lowell Jewell able to secure 5th position. Philip Temples back on the hunt. They're side by side back there a little bit. That's Matt Shanowski in the double aught car, and Tim Shanowski, a little brother on brother. There you go. Tim out in front of Matt right now.
You know what? It about time we saw those two mix it up a little bit. But look at the move Tim Shanowski's trying to make on Jeff Sharp. Sharp stuck up there up top. Tim down on the inside. Almost go wheel to wheel. And Tim getting the advantage down here on the bottom line, able to make it stick. Jeff Sharp got no traction up there. Tim Shinosky pulls off the pass. He gets up to 7th.
And while that was going on, I can report that Philip Temples was indeed able to get around Lowell Jewell. So after falling back to 11th from 2nd position, Temples back up to 5th.
And the chase is back on.
You know, Temple's back there saying he's only 2 cars separating him and J.R. Shepherd. My dad always used to say, the axe forgets, the tree remembers, and right now, J.R. Shepherd is the axe. Philip Temples is the tree.
I like that analogy, Sue.
We'll see if they two can get together. Right now, Matt LaVenture out in front.
He was a wise man to have said that.
My dad was full of it. We look at the top 2 drivers right now as we are working lap number 64. We are just about 2/3 of the way there.
Yeah, hello. We just started this race. Even the caution flags are quick, Sue.
So more, my trip to the Bullring has been very pleasant. I think it puts on some pretty good racing. Let's go back. Let's look at 10th position right now. This is David Loomis on the inside of Chip Dickard. This is for the Hamilton spot. Who gets to start on the pole? It looks like Loomis is going to be able to hold on to that one for now. We'll keep an eye on that. We have still 11 cars on the lead lap. Brian Barton a lap down, and Ernie Brown, after starting on the pole, has called it a night. If you're a poker player, that's called being felted. It means all the chips in front of you are gone, and the only thing in front of you is the felt. And that's what happened to Ernie Brown.
I learned so much working with you, Sue. I was not familiar with the term felted. That's a new one. Tell you what, Matt LaVenture better watch out. He may be the next one felted here. JR really getting a run on him. JR really hanging the rear end of that car out, coming out of 4.
Well, if you talk to Philip Temples, J.R. Shepherd's already felt him up. So I think right now, JR's trying to see if he can get around there somehow.
Jeff Sharp spins coming out of turn 4.
And the yellow is out.
Here on the replay, you see Sharp just loses it coming off the turn. Simple spin. He stays on the track and doesn't collect any damage. Soup. Everybody gets by safely, but Jeff going to get slotted all the way to the back of the field. We get another chance to restart this race. You know what? John Holcomb got a chance. They're down in 3rd. He's got to do what we talked about last time. Don't leave the door open for J.R. Shepherd. He needs to get a good start on LaVenture for any chance to win this race.
Indeed, as they are working lap number 72 now. I think J.R. Shepherd had LaVenture right where he wanted him, and I think the yellow flag came out and stopped his attack, which was about to happen. That 98 car was right on the back of the 18.
Yeah, it's kind of like how that last caution unfolded, and we saw Philip Temples working on Lowell Jewell, was about to make the pass, and then we got that caution flag. Same thing happened there. Coincidence? Maybe.
Yeah. And again, good news for John Holcomb, sitting back there in 3rd. Yeah, the guys out in front have been pulling away from him, but still able to hang on to 3rd. Donnie Moore in 4th. And remember, Philip Temples, he was really fast right now. Worked his way up from 11th. Next on his list is Donnie Moore. And again, Temples is getting lucky as Sean, once again, he's on the odd number.
Yeah, this is what he needed for this restart here. And he's got a chance to get himself a couple more spots. Another caution would probably help him out. But, Soup, I don't know. We've seen some pretty good racing here this evening. This might be the last green flag of the night.
Let's go back in as they're going to go one more lap here before they turn off the lights. Let's check in on our Hamilton spot right now. Chip Dickard running that one, holding that down in 10th position. The man who would like that, Jeff Sharp.
Oh, and I'm sure Jeff going to battle to try and get that back. Definitely. Time to get it done, Soup, with 25 laps to go when they hit the line. Soup,
Go ahead and call it, Sean.
let's get this party started, baby. It's time to boogie. Matt LaVenture taking him slow through turn 4. Here he goes. He's on the hammer. Finally, the green flag is out. Matt LaVenture down into 1. J.R. Shepherd right next to him. John Holcomb on the pedal and doing it well. JR gonna try and dip in there. No spot to be had yet. Now he's got it. John slow through turn 4, Soup.
Wow, that was the best restart that we've seen Shepherd have, though. He really made a run on it. Watch back there. This is Holcomb. Donnie Moore trying to get around, and this is a battle for third. And they're in that yellow car, the 19 machine. That's Shepherd, Temple trying to find a way around. Battle for third is intense. Donnie Moore out in front in third spot, leading a long train. The first two cars pulling away. I thought I saw a car spin, but I was wrong. I apologize for getting everyone's attention. Everything's good as they stay under green.
Everyone remain calm. All is well.
If you want to know what actually happened, it was actually the light stand. They went by the light stand, and it looked like it was a car that had turned over.
Philip Temple's riding the bumper with the chrome horn on Donnie Moore. This is going to be close. Oh, Donnie struggling. Struggling there in turn 4.
That may open the door for Temples. Temples in that yellow 19 car trying to find a way around. Donnie Moore out in front trying to hit his spots. Temples looking to get in there. Moore covering the inside. Temples gives him a little shove. Now that opens the door. The 19, let's see if he can outbrake him. He spies, he tries, and Temple succeeds. No, he gets loose.
Oh, boy, and he manages to hold on to it, but boy, the spots lost there. Tim Shinosky able to get by, and Donnie Moore going to win that battle, Soup.
All right, with that cooling off a bit, let's go back up and check in our leaders now. With 16 laps to go, it's LaVenture and Shepherd, 1-2. LaVenture out in front in the black and yellow 18 machine. Shepherd chasing them in the blue and white car.
Yeah, JR talking to himself right now behind the wheel. I'm sure he's really would love to beat Matt LaVenture. LaVenture, one tough customer, and a win against him here at the Bullring for this inaugural race would be a big one for J.R. Shepherd. Another skin on the wall, but Matt LaVenture is the man right now.
Not only a skin on the wall, but the first skin on the wall here at the Bullring. I guess at the Bullring you don't get a skin, you probably get some type of leather. As Shepherd now looking to get around LaVenture right now. LaVenture being perfect. Shepherd trying to find any line. LaVenture dives it in, covering the inside like wall-to-wall carpet. Drifts it out high. Shepherd looking for any way to get around.
He's trying something every lap, and it's just not there. Not there yet.
He's
running out of time.
11 laps to go. This is some good racing. Shepherd would like to get it done clean. He's trying, look at that. Johnny tries the inside line. They're all working. I think if Shepherd can get around, he might be faster, but there's just no way to get there. One more of my dad. He said passing is like milking a rooster. The hard part starts after you catch it. Well, right now, that number 18 machine is the rooster. And J.R. Shepherd trying to find some rooster milk right now, but that's not going to happen, as Matt LaVenture is perfect.
And these two have totally, despite their battle, they have checked out. John Holcomb, who is now 2.5 seconds behind, having to watch over his shoulder here and make sure Donnie Moore and Tim Shinosky don't close up on him.
Checked out for sure. Run both of their credit card for minibar incidentals because they have truly checked out from the rest of the pack. Good run now from Shepherd. I like this one. Is he going to force it going in here? No, not this time with 7 to go. Another good run out of 4. I like it this time, Sean. He's right there. He's going to the inside. Let's see if he can outbrake him. He's got He's inside now. He forces LaVenture high. They are Cialis bathtubs down into 3. The preferred position is going to go to the Shepherd, and he has done it. A pass for the lead. Trying to do the little dipsy-do, the hucklebuck, the hokey-doke, the up and under is Matt LaVenture. Not going to work.
No, sir. Not going to work that time. Remember that with 7 laps to go, J.R. Shepherd put the move on Matt LaVenture.
LaVenture, though, has not surrendered the Casper as he continues to fight back on that number 98 machine. 4 laps to go. If a yellow comes out now, this thing will be over.
In the shadow of Las Vegas Motor Speedway, right outside of Turn 3, we are seeing a battle here at the ring.
J.R. Shepherd, your points leader, comes across. 2 to go from here. Nope, am I wrong on that? I apologize. 3 to go. Read the number, Soup. Sean Shepherd trying to be perfect, trying to hit every mark, but he is not losing LaVenture. LaVenture's back there waiting for a mistake. That might have been it. Shepherd looked a little squiggly getting into 1. LaVenture could not capitalize.
Yeah, LaVenture's just going to have to try and outbrake him at this point to one of these turns. I don't know, Soup. Last lap. Here we go.
The white flag waves. J.R. Shepherd negotiates 1 and 2. He's only got 3 and 4 to go. LaVenture is too far back. Give round number 5 of the Bootleg Racing Leagues Lawrence Towing Outlaw Modified Series to J.R. Shepherd. Matt LaVenture gets 2nd. John Holcomb 3rd. Donnie Moore, Tim Shanowski, your top 5.
Wow, Soup. What a race. What a race up there for the lead.
In the Hamilton spot goes Jeff Sharp, able to nip Brian Barden and David Loomis. Whew. All right, you've been watching the Global Sim Racing Channel's coverage of the Bootleg Racing League's Outlaw Modified Series, sponsored by Lawrence Towing. We're going to take a short break, but we'll be back in just a minute to run down all the standings, talk to drivers, and close up shop. Back in a few. Welcome back to the Bootleg Racing League's online live here as the 2017 round number 5 on the spring schedule. It was the Virtual Grip 100. That's not correct. That is a mistake on
the Outlaw 100.
The Outlaw 100. There we go. I was actually trying to read some notes and that was wrong. The Outlaw 100. Boy, it was exciting, and I approve, Sean. Before we go ahead and read the standings, let's come back to the ring to the Bullring next year, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. I don't think this one's fallen off of the calendar here in the Lawrence Towing Outlaw Modified Series. We'll see this one plenty.
Some of the best racing we've seen in this series yet. Our winner, well, we've seen this before, though. J.R. Shepard, second place goes to Matt LaVenture. Shepard able to get around him on lap 94 of 100. John Holcomb comes in third. Donnie Moore, Tim Shanowski round out your top 5, Sean.
All right, then you're going to go back to 6th place. It's going to be Philip Temples. He tried, Sue. He really tried. 6th for him tonight. Matt Shanowski going to have to settle for 7th this evening. 8th going to go to Lowell Jewell. Chip Dicker going to get 9th. And look who gets that 10th spot. It'll be on the pole next week. Jeff Sharp. And, let's just do 11th here. Brian Barden. Early victim. Brian finished the race. David Loomis finishes the race. And Ernie Brown, the early victim. Unfortunately, Ernie having to take that car behind the wall. Got a night off in the modified series, basically.
Ernie Brown from first to worst. Philip Temples probably gets the award for passing the most cars out there today, as he had to settle for 6th place. Okay, Sean, I'm going to let you talk to our race winner. You've talked to him before. Go ahead and let's talk to J.R. Shepard.
JR, congratulations. Another win here in the Bootleg Racing League, brought to you by Lawrence Towing. But this one has got to be special. You really had to work for it tonight, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, Sean. That was, I'll tell you what, I didn't think I was going to get the opportunity to do that. My car seemed like it was really better in the long run, and I thought I was going to need 50 or 60 laps to really try to work Matt over. But, I just got lucky. He was extremely fast all night, and I really didn't think I stood a chance against him.
He had the fastest lap of the race, and even on the last lap was faster than you. But JR, it was that pass with 7 laps to go that everybody's going to be talking about for a while. What did it really take to get that done? What were you looking for there to put that move on him?
I'll be honest with you. I really spent most of the race just trying to take care of the tires, because this track, it's extremely line sensitive, and you get off just a little bit and the thing will jump sideways or push right out to the outside wall. So I was really just trying to take it easy there, and then I noticed him get loose a few times, and I thought, well, I got a chance here. So started trying to dig and get down there, and just was able to pull it off.
Well, JR, it's always fun to see you win, buddy. But next week we head to another fun track in Indianapolis Race Park there. You looking forward to that?
Yes, absolutely. Tonight was a track that there wasn't a whole lot of outside racing going on, but I think at IRP you can really run the bottom and the top and still run about even lap times, especially longer in the run. So I think it'll put on a good show for everybody.
Well, buddy, they're barking at your heels, and still a lot of racing left in this season. Good luck the rest of the way, and we'll probably get a chance to talk to you again here real soon, I'm sure.
I hope so, Sean. And hey, give a shout out to the Bootleg Racing League and Lowell and Matt for everything that they do, putting this on for us. Hopefully it's a great show for the fans, and thanks to Lawrence Towing and virtualgrip.net for being great partners.
All right, and we thank J.R. Shepard, and hey, listen, what a great representative for this league, and what a great run for him tonight. But Matt LaVenture has caught up with Soup here.
I got him
in the podium celebration.
I got him, Matt. Let's save the end here for the end of the interview. Let's go to the beginning. You started in 5th position. You were up to second by maybe lap 3 or 4, and then you had the lead by lap 9. So things were going well early.
Yeah, it was a good race. The start was just I've had no luck being super patient, so I had to just go, and that didn't work either. Great race by JR. That was good racing, hard racing. It's just too fast for me tonight.
Yeah, let's go through it. You led most of the way. You were in the lead on lap number 9. You held it all the way to about 7 to go. You got a good run of you outside of 4. Did you have a better corner, 1 and 2, better than 3 or 4? It looked like 4 might have been a little weak for you.
Yeah, I was trying to find the line all night. With the steering ratio that I run, I started pinching the car quite a bit, so I was trying to open the line up and I was moving around, but I just couldn't quite pick the right way to do it, and ended up burning my tires up early just running. I wasn't sure if we were getting a long green flag or not, and I knew JR was going to be right there real fast, so I think I went too hard too early. Just kind of stepped on my own feet there.
When he finally did get around you there, it took him a lap to do it. He had a good run off of 4, and then you fought him most of the way. Then you hung with him. Did you think you might have a chance to get back there? It looks like you stuck right with him until the checkered flag.
No, I don't think I in hindsight, I probably should have driven into turn 1 a little harder, and we raced so clean, it's not really worth beating and banging. I wish I would have driven into 1 that time a little harder, but no, it was a good race, and when me and JR are running like that, we're running such similar times, and I feel like the two of us drive relatively similarly. Obviously, he was a little better tonight, but you're so close to the edge, it's really hard to make anything happen with the SK is so momentum based, so it's kind of a 2 or 3 lap process to put the thing together. But sometimes you win them, sometimes you just get beat.
Hey, before I let you go, Sean and I both thought that the Bullring put on a pretty good show compared to some of the other tracks on the schedule. How do you like the first trip out here?
Yeah, I think it's good. My personal opinion with a lot of rubber on the track is it makes it hard to get 2 grooves together, and I think that's something that in the past we've had. And I know these guys are playing with the rubber up, but I think there could be pretty easily 2 grooves here with the right setup rubber wise. So hopefully, maybe that's an option some other time. But it was a good race. I thought it was a fun track to race on.
Yeah, it's always good when you put on a good show. I know finishing second not fun, but it's nice when you're in a nice battle because you're here to have a good time. And I bet you had fun tonight, right?
Oh, I always have fun with these guys. Always have fun. Thanks to Lowell and Matt Hoos and Crankstein Racing, Lawrence Towing, and VirtualGrip.net. And for you guys, thanks for what you do.
All right, Matt LaVenture, your runner-up finisher today. Sean?
All right, Soup. Well, I think we lost our... Oh, no, there he is. I'm sorry. My bad. I got confused. John Holcomb. Hey, hello, John. Welcome back.
Hey, Sean, how are you?
I'm fine. A little confused there. But hey, 3rd place. You had a bit of a lonely ride there for a while.
Yeah, it actually felt good to get the Lawrence Towing Modified back in the podium, though, but I could not run with Matty and JR. Those guys were in another zip code.
Towards the end, you were looking over your shoulder just a bit.
Yeah, I was trying to take it a little easy on the tires. The right rear got a little wore by that point. I had to fight so many times on the restarts, but I was able to gap myself out from the field for most of the race.
Well, a good race it was, and you know what? 3rd place finish is going to be another good move in the points for you. And we're talking about this points battle here halfway through the season. Things looking up for you, John.
Yeah, I kind of needed that. It's been a rough season so far, but the racing gods hadn't been smiling on me, but that's all right. That's how it goes. We're having a blast out there.
Yeah, and we're having a blast here in the booth as well, and we look forward to seeing you next week in Indiana, sir.
All right, I appreciate it, and give a shout out to Bill and Pam and Mindy, and I want to thank you guys for what you do, Lawrence Towing and Lowell and Matt. It's a great thing we do here. I love this.
Well, and we always love talking to you, John. Thanks for coming in. That is John Holcomb, driver of the number 69 SK Modified, the Lawrence Towing SK Modified Soup. Great race this evening, and buddy, always fun working with you.
Absolutely. The same back at you, buddy. Let's thank our title sponsor, Lawrence Towing. They're a service. They've serviced Lawrence, Indiana, and neighboring communities. Remember, if you find yourself in need of a tow, Lawrence Towing is the way to go. Forgot there was a melody to that one, Sean.
Thanks to the Virtual Grip Network. It is a blog devoted to news for the world of iRacing at virtualgrip.net. You can stay up to date on what's happening in iRacing and keep up with the top World Championship Series, including the Blanc Pond GT Series, the NASCAR Peak Antifreeze Series, and the World Championship Grand Prix Series. Virtual Grip Network, iRacing news and reports. Find them at virtualgrip.net or type in Virtual Grip at Facebook. You can get them there also, Sue.
I get 16 cents every time in royalties every time that Lawrence Towing jingle is sang. You guys don't realize that. Thanks to the Bootleg Racing League for organizing the Outlaw Modified Series and contracting with GSRC to broadcast it. For more series information about the Bootleg Racing League, try facebook.com/Bootleg Racing League. Also, bootlegracingleague.com. Sean?
And of course, we always want to thank the company's equipment and software that you see on the screen and that we use on our broadcast every time. The original music you hear on this broadcast is always thanks to Eric Ekholm and the great Casey Lalonde. Look there on the screen. You can figure out how to contact both of them.
And the Bootleg Outlaw Modified Series returns next week, May 6th, for round 6 from, get the quick dry out there because we're going to Lucas Oil Raceway. Chris Scala will be back in the booth with Sean, and I hope you guys join us as well.
And if you'd like to find out more about GSRC, such as upcoming and archive broadcasts, or to just schedule a GSRC event to broadcast for you, your best bet is to find us at our glorious website, globalsimracingchannel.com, or, hey, we're on social media, Twitter at GSR Channel, and Facebook, Global Sim Racing Channel.
Finally, on behalf of my mic mate, Sean Ambrose, our director, Joe Peak, and our camera artist, Dougie Beard, I'd like to thank all of you who watched during the broadcast and the handful of you that stuck around to hear these closing credits. And now, with the housekeeping out of the way, it's time for us to go have fun storming the castle. So until next time, race clean, race hard, and we'll see you on the track.